from a galaxy far, far away.
And a bookshelf straight out of the 90s.
From Thrawn to Dantooine
And everything in between. This is Legends Lookback.
What is up, everybody? Testing out some new software once again, so let us know if everything's working all right. Happy to be here. Another Thursday night, time for Legends Lookback, and we had a little Utini get-together a few days ago, virtually. Sadly, didn't, yet gather the crew or anything like that. Had a little Utini get-together, having a bit of a chat, and I unveiled a story that I realized a couple days ago I had yet to tell the rest of the crew. Emily, you know what I'm about to talk about?
I'm
what the
scared
story
to
is?
ask.
Emily was there for this. We had a bit of a critter fiasco at my property the other day. Okay, you know how Rick is like the chicken whisperer?
Rooster.
All right, yeah, there was a whole thing where there were roosters and wasps, and Rick murdered one of them.
Didn't murder. We didn't murder. We just gave a good kicking to.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, he threw a spray paint can at the
forgot
wasps
about
and
that.
kicked
Oh,
the
the
chicken.
wasp. Yeah, okay. I did that too.
I remember.
Yeah, there were
both
multiple
those.
encounters.
Okay, yeah, you got a record.
Well,
You got a
Brendan, I'm
record.
proud to say I'm proud to say I had my own encounter. We had some folks over for dinner. Kids were out playing in the yard. We've got like a pretty sizable property, even a barn. We like rarely use the barn. We don't really quite have a use for it yet. But kids were outside and showing this dude around the property. And we watched this gigantic possum look at us and then run into the barn. And I looked at him.
Oh, no.
And he looked at me, and we don't really know each other yet. And I was like, so, you saw that possum, I guess. And he's like, yeah. I was like, kids, come on, but be careful, because there's a possum in the barn. So we all ran in the house. A few days
Sure
later,
it isn't a hoojib.
I found the possum.
Yeah.
A hoojib? No, Freddie, I'm telling you, this thing had some Anakin Episode 3 eyes.
Oh, no.
The kind of eyes that themselves will kill younglings just
Local
by
Sith
looking at the
master
younglings.
in Christian man's barn.
Well, it gets worse. All right, so we found I found a couple days later, I was out walking around the yard, and I found the possum sleeping next to my lawnmower. And it freaked me the heck out because possums are creepy, and I ran away.
Yeah.
Scared.
Right.
I told my wife, hey, I found the possum. It's sleeping next to the lawnmower. You know what that looks like to me? A tomorrow problem. So we punted the possum problem to the next day. My wife goes outside. She finds the possum sleeping, exact same spot, right there next to the lawnmower. We're like, I guess this is just where the possum hangs out now. And she also doesn't deal with it, and so we just postpone. Then I go out of town. A few days later, go down to Texas, down to Rick's homeland.
When were we in Texas?
And yeah, I was at a men's conference. I didn't have time to like get together. You were busy doing a different thing. Anyway,
Wow.
I didn't hang out with Rick, but you know what I did do? Is
You had
I
a possum?
attended a men's conference with
good.
2,000 people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge, massive.
Sounds
My
smelly.
wife texted
Were
me.
these people possums?
My wife texts me. Well, no, regular men, regular
Okay,
humans, no women, just men. It's a church thing. Anyway, I get a text from my wife. It says, "The possum problem is solved."
What?
Ooh.
All right,
She
so if
solved
you're
it?
me,
Did she solve it?
yes, and her friend. So the
menacing.
youth minister's wife,
No.
Megan. Shout out to Megan.
Please tell me there's not a shovel involved.
They came over. Megan came over to help my wife on. We had a bunch of limbs that fell. I was out of town. We had an ice storm. The limbs fell. The story just gets wilder and wilder,
what?
and it has nothing to do with Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. We had
Yeah.
an ice storm, too.
A huge ice storm, limbs everywhere, trees down. I'm out of town. I'm just like, sorry. So Megan comes over. She owns like 4 or 5 chainsaws, and she
a lot of
and my
chainsaws.
wife, they chop up. Yeah, they're big chainsaw people, and they chop up all the limbs. I'm at a men's conference, and my
Did they
wife and her female friend
They didn't
chop up all the limbs,
possum.
deal with this huge problem. While they're over, my wife's like, "Hey Megan, why don't you take a look at this possum?" By the way, they poke it with a stick. Turns out it's not sleeping.
No.
Yikes. That
It
hard
was
freeze.
dead and you left it
yikes.
for her to deal with.
For a solid week because I was too scared because of its eyes.
Was
Yeah.
it all
Because of
like
its eyes.
puppy?
Yeah, it was pretty big. I'm telling you, the tail on this thing, I can't even squeeze it. I mean, it's too big to even show in the frame. The tail alone is like 2 feet long. I mean,
Wow.
this possum was gigantic. Our theory is that it died of old age. And I don't know what's scarier, the fact that we had a possum on the property that I was too scared to deal with, and Megan just picked it up by the tail and threw it over the fence into the woods while I'm out of town. Or the fact that, like, it was so comfortable living on our property that it died of old age.
Yeah, you had Grandpa Possum.
Huh.
I mean, it is wild. It is just all around a absolutely crazy thing that happened.
So they poked
Almost
it.
as crazy.
Did they do anything with it?
Yeah, they threw it over the fence into the woods.
Not sure that counts as doing something. That's just gonna like make the angry possum army come with like pitchforks,
Yeah.
and they're gonna
It's like
next.
left
That's
a
next
warning.
month's problem.
get you. Yeah, they're probably gonna get you while you sleep. So let us know if they're in your dreams tonight. Okay.
Oh my word!
I love it.
My dad did that
You
once,
know,
but his
we
fence
are, of
isn't
course-
that far away from the pool, and it smelled really bad for a long time.
We thankfully we have woods behind the house, so like nobody lives
Okay.
back there, and we're just gonna let
And other
nature do its thing.
possums
I don't
to
know the
eat
right way
The
to
dead one.
deal with this, but I'm like telling this story to Emily and some Utini folks the other day, and I was like, you know what? This one's just crazy enough to like rival Rick's rooster kicking.
Yeah.
Except for
I
in
mean,
this story, I actually did nothing. It was all my wife.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
I do remember this story, but it was so good. I thought that we actually told it on the air. And so I was kind of confused when I saw the show notes that you were going to talk about the possum story, because I was like, we did that last week. But no, that was just the 15 minutes before the show. We just got the possum story. Man, that's hilarious. I love that your wife and her friend took care of all the limbs and the possum while you were at a men's conference. That's like the perfect combination right there.
Yeah, there's
chainsaws.
nothing inherently. There's the chain that no possums were harmed. It died a peaceful, natural
Yeah.
death. Okay, it unfortunately, like Darth Plagueis, was unable to manipulate the midichlorians. It's always possible that the possum's apprentice killed him in its sleep,
Oh my
and there's more to the story. We just
That's
have
right.
yet to discover. So
That's right.
I just love that it's February. We are going to do our monthly listener feedback and a goofy game and some Legends news and our acquisitions episode, because after all, it is the month of romance, the month of roses, the month of
That's
Valentine's
why we're
and
doing this.
and
God
chocolate and nothing.
I really
Nothing
couldn't. I was
says-
like, why are we doing this? Okay, sorry.
Nothing says welcome to February, the month of love, quite like my dead possum story.
That's
What do you
right.
think?
It's like the
So without further ado,
anti-Valentine's episode.
Rick, just like the rooster in your property,
Mm,
let's kick this episode off.
that's the wrong one. There's
There
the
it
right
is.
one.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Legends Lookback, proudly part of the Utini Podcast Network. This is a Star Wars books podcast you can listen to on Gullah Gullah Island, where we celebrate our rich EU history as well as dive into lesser-known Star Wars classics. I'm your host, Jared Mays, and I'm joined, once again, by my legendary co-host. Some call him the Master of Love.
And some call
That
him.
is Freddie C. How are you, Freddie?
Some call him Binya Binya. For those of you who are Gullah Gullah fans, what do they call Gullah Gullah fans anyways? Is it like Gullah Knights? The Gullah Knights?
Is there a term
Gullah
for people
heads.
who like Gullah Gullah?
I don't think so.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Was it-
Rick, you must have been in diapers when Gullah Gullah was airing back in, what was it?
It was
like-
it's a '90s TV show reference.
Okay, nope. I
Yeah.
don't get that one.
I remember Gullah Gullah. I don't know that I saw it that much, but I know
On
enough to
Gullah
recognize the
Gullah
reference.
Island. Gullah Gullah.
The
Binya
show
Binya.
itself was not that great, but it had a banging theme song.
Yeah.
Oh,
As
yeah.
you can hear Freddie jamming out to over there. You know who else loves to jam out to a good 90s theme song? Emily Daybeck.
Yeah, I do. So fun fact, my mom took me to see My Fair Lady at like a local theater.
Never heard of it.
It's a very famous show. And she was like halfway through, she was like, "Why do I know all of these songs?" And I realized it's because it was like you remember when they used to have trailers on movies at like the beginning of like every VHS, and you
Oh, yeah.
had to
Oh,
watch
yeah.
them?
Yeah.
It was one of those trailers, and that's how we both knew like every single song that came up.
That's fantastic.
And I like didn't have the heart to tell her. It's like it's because you listened to it like on repeat. I don't know which movie it was, but we like knew that trailer, and apparently knew the
Because
show.
of our VHS tape. That's
Yeah.
why.
Right.
VHS
Be
tape.
kind. Rewind.
Yeah.
You know who else knows his way around a VHS tape? The master of whittling himself, Rick Grace.
Yeah, I'm spinning that track back. Let's take that tape back to the previews. Let's go.
Hey.
Too far.
Rick, I
Yeah.
discovered.
Oh, wait. Okay, there we go.
I discovered a fun little fact about you that I didn't know.
Uh-oh.
On social media, you put out a call to the masses. You know, like
Yeah.
some people will say, like, my dog is dying. Please give me some money. You were like, guys, I've got a serious crisis. Please, if you have any sticks, I need to whittle them. I didn't know that you were into whittling.
I'm not. Okay, here's the deal. So, like you, we had a huge ice storm. People have
Yeah.
tree limbs down, and there's all these like sticks on the ground. I have 0 trees, and I've got 50 knives, and I love to just do something with my knife because I just collect them. I got no use for them other than collecting them. Maybe home
You just-
defense. And so I was like, yeah, I used to like just carve things, so let's just try that. And so I was like, I need some good sticks. I know people have been working hard cleaning their yards out. Maybe there's some good sticks out there. But yeah, I'm clueless. I'm clueless.
Neighbors,
It was one of these.
hear me. Give me your sticks.
Lend me your sticks. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
My nerd level
It
has
was-
no end.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's going in the podcast for sure. Well, Rick, if you whittle anything nice, you got to show it off on the show. It will make a
Scuba
perfect.
I
Joe
won't,
perfect.
but
What does Skooma say?
He says, "Got any sticks?" You mean death sticks? No, just regular sticks.
you don't want to give me
Yeah.
any sticks from your yard.
Rick, I
That's
do
a
have
good
to
one.
tell you, after this post that I saw, you might some people might be saying this. I don't know that I'm saying this, but it's a possibility that you might want to go home and rethink your life.
You know what's funny is like nobody responded to that, but I've had 5 people like quietly and like they're embarrassed for me. Like, hey, if you're desperate, I have some sticks.
5 of
Now
them?
you can tell them. Now you can tell them that this has made it on the podcast.
Yep. But like, no one will publicly admit that they can be my stick supplier, so I don't know what the deal is. I guess I overshared a little bit.
Sticks.
Well, I've got a stick guy.
I've got a guy.
Um,
I've got a guy, except it's a 3-year-old girl called my daughter, and she's really good at finding sticks.
Hey, I've got to hide them from my dogs. Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
Speaking
Finding
of having a guy, I was talking to somebody about you the other day, Freddie, about how you're like a super high roller. Like you don't do anything halfway.
Okay.
Were you there for this, Emily? I don't remember exactly how the
Yeah,
conversation
yeah.
came up or what the context was, but like the idea is that you would never like go buy socks at Target. Like you would have a sock dealer.
Sock
Like you would have
dealer.
a guy. Like you would have a guy. Like you would own like the nicest like
Ooh, this cashmere sock.
like $80 pair of socks that you acquired in an auction from George Lucas himself. Like
Yeah,
Oh.
that I would
You-
totally
you see what I
I
mean?
see what you mean. I see what you
And-
mean. Yeah.
Insert the Creed reference. Who's your sock guy? You're paying way too much for socks.
Who's your sock guy?
that's what I was aiming for like 5 minutes ago and couldn't remember the quote.
Nice. Nice follow
That's
through.
awesome.
Do I have
Well,
a sock
I
guy?
am
Find
a-
out next episode.
You actually, hey, listeners, we don't actually know if Freddie wears socks or if he has feet. It's
true.
it's an audio podcast for
never
many
know.
people.
Never seen him.
If you do watch the video, you can see him from, the chest up.
Yeah.
That's about
I
it.
might float.
Mhm.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But I am curious, Freddie, if you have any new acquisitions to show off in the segment that we colloquially like to call Thracken's Thrift Store, because I've got a couple.
Go ahead, someone else. I have some I need to go grab.
All right. Well, recently I discovered I was like, buying a few books off the internet, as one does, because I had finally, my moratorium of buying Star Wars things for myself last year after Celebration, when I spent too much, and I said, no more the rest of the year. The calendar rolled around, so I started buying stuff again. I took a look at my list, and I found that I was actually getting kind of close on my Legends hardcovers. And so I went ahead and acquired a couple that I could find in good condition at a good price because now I'm kind of down to like the really rare books that are like $200. You know what I'm talking about, Rick? Like you've got um, the Last Jedi is an expensive one, and like Clone Wars, Wild Space, all the holy grails of Legends hardcovers I've still got to acquire. But there were still a few that were reasonably priced that I was able to find, and I am now down to 14 Legends hardcovers that I have yet to acquire. So here's a couple of recent ones that I picked up. I got Razor's Edge.
Nice.
Okay.
By Martha Wells. To be honest with you, don't remember much about this book at all. But, oh man, it is a gorgeous book.
It looks
Yeah.
beautiful.
Happy to have this Leia-centric Rebellion-era novel. Also, in the spirit of our most recent roundtable, I got X-Wing Mercy Kill,
Ooh.
the hardcover. So excited to add this to my collection. And I've got one more, but I'm going to save it for last. Somebody else, any new pickups, acquisitions?
I just want to say I got X-Wing Mercy Kill at Hastings when they were closing. So rest in peace, Hastings. Moment of silence for you. But I got it for a really good deal.
You know the sad thing, Rick? I remember holding the hardcover at Hastings
Yeah.
like 10, 15, 20 times thinking about buying it and like saving my money because at the time I wasn't collecting hardcovers.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Hey, joke's on them though. I only paid like $7 for this.
Nice.
So
That is good. That's good.
it's probably exactly what you paid.
I don't remember, something like that. Freddie, are you ready?
I am ready, said Freddy. All right. So, I got a couple of archival finds, not really much of a buy. Right now, I'm just going through a lot of my old stuff in my parents' garage, really, the barn, if you will, and finding a lot of old stuff.
Oh, I will.
Finding a lot of old stuff that I haven't seen in a long time, and brings back a lot of memories, like this one, Star Wars: A Droid's Tale, Golden Book Interactive.
Oh, wow.
Electronic
That's
version.
rad
Interactive.
purple.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is, if I'm looking at the date, 1997.
Wow.
Pretty old. It looks pretty great condition, doesn't it?
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you can see, for those who are not watching here, there are these little kind of spiralish circles along the page, and you click on them, and
No way.
it'll make the noise, right? So right here, we see some
What?
Tusken Raiders. So if you press it, it'll make some Tusken Raider sounds. Or I'm
Press
sure,
it.
No batteries. I'm sure I've got to change
Ah.
that.
Oh, Freddie, this is an
Man.
audio podcast.
Why would
and
you
you can't
do
get it
this
to
to
make the
me?
noise.
We're gonna do it next
All right, here.
episode because these batteries are
make it, just make
expensive.
it.
Freddie, we're going to help you out with your sound effects. So
All
I
right,
want you to
okay.
press on Figure and Dan and the modal nodes, and we collectively are going to help you out with
That's a great idea.
their greatest hit.
You ready?
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to read the book here. It says, joining Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi, we must find a pilot to take us off this desert planet before those terrible Imperial stormtroopers track us down. Press C-3PO to play. Okay, you ready? I'm pressing C-3PO now.
Beep, 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 beep.
Did you just turn him off? Because I was like trying to think about how to harmonize.
Next page.
All right, hey, now press Joe Yowza because I can do him.
Let's see, Joe Yao.
You know,
I'm just kidding. He's
I was in
probably
a
not
steel
that
drum band in high school, and we played Cantina Band for a concert. It was awesome.
Oh, that's
this is-
Wait.
awesome.
What?
Will our troubles
Why did I
never
just stop
end?
finding out?
We fought
That's
our
a
way
sick-
out of the Death Star, but we're not safe yet. We must break through a squad of TIE fighters before we can deliver the plans to the rebel base. Press C-3PO to play. And the cool thing is it'll say, like, shoot the TIE that's furthest away, and if you don't shoot it in time, it shoots you. So,
Oof.
yeah, it's... Yeah.
There's no way that's true.
Oh, no!
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Rick. I almost just jumped clear out of my chair with that one. It scared me pretty good. About half as much as a possum.
So does a dead possum.
I have another one.
Uh,
And it's
All right.
my original copy of the Star
Ooh.
Wars visual guide
Nice.
from DK. Oh my goodness. This is I haven't opened this yet. There are some surprises in here.
it signed?
No,
Is it signed?
no, even better. You ready? We're going to put that book aside for right now.
Oh
Here
dear.
we go. Here we go. Check this out. Look at postcards.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
He's got a
man.
dark saber postcard.
Dark Saber.
Not like the canon one, but the OG.
Check
Yeah,
that
Drew
out.
Struzan art.
Check that out.
Oh.
Star Wars
Oh
Insider.
man.
Got a great
Uh,
Boba Fett postcard there too.
Ooh. Shield of Lies.
I've got some of these classic postcards.
Yeah, these are awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's from the Black Fleet Crisis.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Jared's. Look at this. Look at that.
The
Look at that.
crystals. No, what's
Why
that?
would you send
That's
this
from
to
Planet
anybody?
of Twilight.
This is Children of the Jedi.
He's holding up. Callista's hair is all over that postcard.
Yeah, it is.
Then we've got one more.
Very big in '90s.
Before the storm.
Mm.
Aren't these
Man,
amazing?
I love that
didn't
Drew
even know they were in
Struzan
here.
floating head cover art. That's fantastic.
And that Nebulan B frigate. Ah.
Yeah, seriously. Well,
Yeah,
those were in there.
absolutely.
for
Couldn't
who
have said
knows
it better
how long.
myself.
Oh my goodness, first page.
Hey, there is a ship in the Black Fleet Crisis called the. I forget what it's called. I got to look it up. Anyway, the name of it, it is like my new favorite thing in all of Star Wars. I'll find it. Carry on, Freddie.
Yeah, it's
The Teljavan, the Teljakon Vagabond. That's
There
what
you
it's called.
go.
The Teljakon Vagabond. Is that not the greatest name you've ever heard?
Teljakon Vagabond.
I'm
That
gonna say
Rolls
that
off
wrong.
the tongue a little better than Nebulon,
What-
whatever you said. Rick.
Is that? I wonder. We should look into that, Rick, to see if that's one of the boosters or cards that you can buy for a specific ship. Be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, so it's just part of the, I would say the original breakdown of a lot of things, the visual guide. This is what really got me into Star Wars. I remember seeing it and just diving into this, looking at every
Yeah.
single thing, and even looking at it and saying, "Oh my goodness, that's in my garden." For some of
No
the
way.
props. Yeah. I'll see if I can find it. I'll while someone else is going, I'll see if I can look through it. And it's like a gardening hose attachment. When you see it,
Ooh.
it's one of those things that if you've seen it, you've seen it. That's all I have to say.
Mm.
So yeah, that's all I have. Actually, one more thing before I go, while I look for what I'm looking for. I got this book of Mad Libs
Ooh.
No
for my
way.
birthday. So it
We
is
do
The
love a
Force
good Mad Lib
Awakens.
here on Legends Look Back.
It is The Force Awakens, but we're gonna legendsify it. Is that right? I don't know if that's
Sure.
right.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
That'll
so
work.
we'll see how it goes.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
That's all I got.
I love that. We can just sprinkle some legends into the Force Awakens Mad Lib style. That's great.
That sounds great.
I love it. Rick, Emily, acquisitions? Emily's like, "Are you kidding me? Do you know how many times
like,
I
why
have
do
to
you
move?"
even have to ask? Sometimes, every once in a while,
Uh.
I've got something, but it's been a while.
That's right.
I do
To
check.
be honest, I'm
when I
just
go
trying
to
to be
thrift
polite.
stores, I check, and I haven't found a Star Wars book in a thrift store in a very long time.
It's sad.
Well,
But I believe it. I don't think I have anything either. Like, I've unboxed some things. Like, I opened up a Tarkin figure that I had in a box. But other than that, nothing new.
was he wearing shoes?
He was wearing shoes, and he also comes with an interrogation droid.
Love it.
Yep.
I made a Tarkin quote. Oh man, when was this? Yesterday? And my kids? I'm trying to remember what I said. I'll have to ask them. We'll find out for next week. All right, I've got one more thing, and it's huge, and it's leading us into our next segment where we are talking about the most recent Legends releases and the upcoming Legends releases, and that is in the mail the other day. I got this massive whopper of a bad boy.
Oh my gosh.
This is the most recently released Marvel Star Wars. What are these called? The
Omnibus.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
They don't have like a flashy name, like Essential something,
No.
but they're based off the Essential. What are the Epic collections? Anyway, so this is the New Republic Volume 1 Omnibus. This one collects every single issue of the Rogue Squadron comics, plus a handful of other goodies. We've got Shadows of the Empire Evolution, Mara Jade by the Emperor's Hand, all of every last issue of the Rogue Squadron series. And, this sucker is $125 retail price. That's not what I paid for it. I got a better deal than that. But, it is just, it's gigantic.
Yeah, it's huge. It's like a textbook.
It's about half as thick as my face. Yeah. Woo.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the coolest thing about this. Ready? We're gonna undress it right here live on the show.
Ooh. Oh, it looks like it has some art already. Oh yes, it does. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Pew pew.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
That's
So
really
all of
cool.
these,
Oh
one of
my
the cooler
goodness.
selling points with these recent hardcover omnibuy is they have art printed directly onto the book itself. So
Thank goodness.
is there a technical term for this?
Beautiful.
The spine.
Not just the spine, but like it's directly printed on.
Yeah.
One of our listeners let us know, like when in
Yeah.
publishing, when they print the art cover design straight onto the hardcover itself instead of just needing the dust jacket. Anyway, this was just recently released, like last week. Looking
Yeah.
to see the specific date. Okay, a couple weeks ago. Took me a while to get here.
Pretty
This
recently.
sucker's heavy, so I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sure, it took a while to transport. This was released on January 14th. There's two different covers, as there are with all of these omnibuy. You have a cover by Matthew Lafray and Gary Erskine. I got the Erskine cover. But this is not all. In fact, we got some other fun stuff on the horizon. Freddie, why don't you take the next one?
Yeah, so on the horizon, we've got let's see here. Legends, are we looking at Legends Epic Collection? The
And by
Menace-
horizon, we do mean this actually released 2 days ago, but it was on the horizon when I wrote this. So, yeah, the Menace Revealed.
Yeah, so we've got the Legends Epic Collection, The Menace Revealed, Volume 3, which is collecting Star Wars 1998, issues 36 to 45, Star Wars Jedi Quest from 2001, issues 1 through 4, Star Wars Jango Fett, 2002, issue 1, and Star Wars Zam Wessel, 2002, issue 1 as well. And that's going to be released 2 days ago, February 7th, so get it now, because it is out there. And use
Rick,
that.
do we have a cover for this one?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
It's
it's
the,
got Maul on,
Legends-
it's the
The Menace Revealed, Volume 3.
yeah, the Menace Revealed Legends Epic Collection. It's got Maul and maybe Qui-Gon on the front. I'm trying to remember who he's fighting.
Nope, not that one.
That one's Darth Vader. I know for a fact
Yeah.
that's not Darth Maul.
Right.
Oh, man.
No, I don't see it.
Okay. Yep, there's always a chance that I missed it. But I will say the Zam Wessel and Jango Fett one-shots, they actually go together. And so they're like
Nice.
companion pieces, and it actually forms. I really enjoy the story in those. Definitely worth checking out for those 2 issues alone.
Good deal.
Rick, you got the next one?
Yeah, we're talking about the Rebellion Omnibus Volume 1.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, is this the artwork for that one?
The one that says The Rebellion?
I just want to make sure.
That's really cool.
All right. So the Rebellion Omnibus
Yeah.
Volume 1, it collects Star Wars Empire number 7, number 14, and 16 through 27. Also collects Star Wars Vader's Quest 1 through 4. The Star Wars 2013 run 1 through 20. Star Wars Kids from 97, numbers 1 through 11. And number
I don't even know what
12.
those are.
And a story. I don't know if it's a story or like story A. Okay. 13 through 20 of those. And then Star Wars 3D 1 through 3. And that's coming out on March 14th. We have covers by Alex Ross and Hugh Fleming. Let's see. I think we have some other covers, don't we?
There's an A and a B cover. This one actually
Okay.
they had announced another cover that has since been canceled, and they've replaced it. It was a whole thing that there was a canceled cover that had Boba Fett, and so now we've got the Alex Ross and the Hugh Fleming covers. I think this is the Alex Ross cover that we're looking at with the Falcon blasting forward in the front, and then the Fleming
Ooh.
cover.
Which
That's
one's-
not it.
Okay.
Fleming.
Oh, okay. Fleming. Got it.
To be fair, Rick is looking at a lot of cover images over there in the background behind the scenes because let's face it, we're talking about a lot of omnibuy that are releasing this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is wild, and each one has 2 covers.
Yeah, and those of you who are, if you're joining from Twitter, you've never heard from us before, welcome. But this is exactly what we were talking about today on Twitter, right? There's Legends news happening consistently, even when
There's the
Legends
Fleming
is supposed
cover.
to be done, and that is a beautiful cover.
Yeah, it is.
It's gorgeous.
Do you have a preference on these? I have not yet pre-ordered this one. I'm about to go on a big vacation to Italy, so I put on all my Star Wars spinning on hold. at least for like the next month and a half. It's a common story. I know I've said it before, but which of these covers would you get?
I'm partial to the Millennium Falcon, that's for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Man.
I do love a good Starscape though.
Yes. Oh, man.
I think I like that one.
Look at this point of view, though, of that Millennium Falcon. That's unusual.
And Darth
Yeah.
Vader's mask in the background.
Yeah.
I like
It's
that there's like
nice.
higher contrast and then the light is more sharply defined in this one.
The leading lines.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. That's it. It seems like more focused. Like this
Yeah.
one is kind of. Well,
This is it right here. I don't know. I like
they're
this one.
both so
It's
good.
tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fun thing with all of these is there's the standard market cover, your like the regular old cover that you can buy off Amazon, and then there is the comic book store exclusive, like direct to
Oh,
retailer
Oh,
Love
cool.
that.
or your local comic book store exclusive cover. And so if you want to get it like the Fleming cover, if I'm not mistaken, in this case, is the rarer, more difficult to find cover. I have traditionally with the Omnibuy bought the comic book store exclusive cover, but I always go with whatever's speaking to me,
Mm.
whatever feels good. What's speaking to you, Emily? You got the next one?
Yes. So also releasing same day, March 14th, the Legends Epic Collection, The Old Republic, Volume 5. This one is collecting Knight Errant number 1 through 5, Knight Errant Deluge 1 through 5, and Knight Errant Escape 1 through 5. It also contains Jedi vs. Sith number 1 through 6 and Heart of Darkness, Star Wars Tales number 16.
This collects, if I'm not mistaken, the entire comic run of Knight Errant by none other than friend of the show, John Jackson Miller. And what's that?
Hey.
Nice. You're
Yeah.
like, I thought you were about to freeze for a second, and so I was like, you had
Kinda-
like the sneeze face, and I was like, did he just like freeze? I was gonna finish your sentence, but
I do have a bit of a cold tonight, so you never know. It could happen. But yeah, very excited to see this one come to light, to get all those John Jackson Miller issues published in one volume. I'll tell you what, if we were to read this, I can almost guarantee you that he would want to come talk about it on the show, which would be fun.
That'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
cool.
We are going to be covering Old Republic books over the next season here on Legends Lookback. So, I mean, it would kind of fit in.
That is true.
I think we should do it.
No promises, but it's on the radar. It's on the radar, we'll say that much. Always fun to get an excuse to talk to the Legends GOAT, John Jackson Miller. Now, here's the fun thing. You thought, oh, wow, Jared's got a brand new omnibus. We just announced another couple of omnibuy that you can go and pre-order over on utini.com. Surely that's enough, right? Wrong. There's more. In fact, just this last Sunday at 7 a.m., I woke up to a Legends announcement. You know, all of your Legends Sunday morning news. I was talking to our buddy Jacob, formerly of the Cosmic Force, and he tagged me in this post, and he was like, "Look, Jerry, we got some Legends Omnibuy announced." I was like, "Who makes a news post, like a big news reveal at 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning?"
That's
then I was like,
excellent
actually,
question.
Jesus did.
Oh.
So I suppose there's really not a lot of room to complain here. Rick, tell the good folks what was announced this past Sunday.
let's see, Tales of the Jedi, which is a beefy boy, if I'm not mistaken. This is gonna contain
It's a lot of issues.
every Dawn of the Jedi comic and every Tales of the Jedi comic and a few other tidbits. Is this the good one?
Look at that.
looking
Yeah,
for.
that's the cover
Wow.
of Tales of the Jedi number 1,
Yeah.
I do believe.
Yeah.
It could be 0, but I think it's number 1. I love that with was that Ulick Kaldrama?
Mhm.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Then there's another cover. It looks like. Is this an alternate or what's this one?
Yeah, that's the comic book store that's got like a hut. It's
Interesting.
a lot of it's
Is that
not
a crocodile on
that-
the bottom?
Yeah, it looks like it.
This cover. All right, so there's actually been some discourse online about like, really? Is this the cover we're choosing for Tales of the Jedi? Like, what does this have to do with Tales of the Jedi? And I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it. It's my prediction. I would not be surprised if this cover is replaced by another one by the same artist. So Rick, do we have those artist names around here? They might be labeled separately. If not, yeah. So this is the Dave Dorman cover. I'm thinking
Ooh, Dave
I would
Dorman.
not be surprised to get a different Dave Dorman cover.
Mm.
But yeah, okay, they're both by Dave Dorman. So there we go.
Dave Dorman. Do you want the Dave Dorman
Both
cover
covers.
or the Dave Dorman cover?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Take your pick.
Yeah. I think it's pretty unanimous that the Ulick drama cover is the winner out of these, don't you think?
Yeah, it's fantastic cover.
Yeah.
It's iconic, right? If you've read the series, you know that cover. It's pretty clear and obvious.
And we are going to be covering Tales of the Jedi this spring on the podcast, so you can go find those over on Marvel Unlimited, or pick up the Legends Epic Collection in order to go ahead and get a good read through of those before this ends up hitting the shelves in Q4 this year. So at the end of the year, got a little bit of time to save your money. I got to tell you, I'm very excited. Tales of the Jedi is near and dear to my heart. One of my favorite Legend stories of all time. Freddie, you and I did a Tales of the Jedi episode years ago.
We did.
Rick, Emily, have you read the series?
Let's see. Okay, what all is in Tales of the Jedi?
You got the Friedan Nad uprising.
Okay, I'm reading it right now. Then yes,
You
I
got the
think I'm on issue 5 or 6.
the Dark Lords of the Sith with Exar Kun.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Tales of the Jedi Redemption, the last story arc from that, is one of the finest Star Wars stories ever told, for my 2 cents.
Good to know.
Huh.
Good
And now
to
I'm like
know. Yeah.
questioning if I've read it or not. I can't tell. I'll have to
It's-
address my Goodreads and let you know.
Is
Yeah,
this?
we'll get to it. So
Okay,
either
yeah.
way, it'll work out.
Yeah.
And that's not all. On Sunday, we had the announcement of one new Legends omnibus, but not just one. In fact, there was a second Legends omnibus. Freddie, take the Rebellion Volume 2 for us.
Yeah, so we've got the Rebellion Volume 2 announced. Contains Rivers of Chaos, issues 1 through 4, Empire 28 through 40, Rebellion 1 through 16, Boba Fett Overkill 1. Boba Fett, what is this one? 1 and 2? Or is this 1.5? What do we got here?
I have no idea, Freddie. I just copied and pasted, buddy.
You know what? It says Boba Fett 1.5. Who knows? It might be half of Boba Fett. Splinter of the Mind's Eye 1 through
That's
4.
Spider legs Boba
hot dog
Fett.
Boba Fett or hamburger Boba Fett.
It's probably hamburger Boba Fett if it's cut in half like that.
He wasn't that hungry that day.
We had hot dogs for dinner,
Ooh.
There you go.
in case anybody was wondering.
Hot dogs for lunch.
Really
What
real.
is this?
Unfortunately, hot dogs not included in Volume 2, but there is
Oh,
additional material from the KOTOR Rebellion 0 and Star Wars Tales 3, 15, 17, and 21. Why those matter? You're going to have to find out.
We'll find out.
Releasing in Q4 2023, so later on this year. Probably around, what would you say, like Thanksgiving-ish or holidays? What are you guys thinking?
Probably
Yeah.
around the 4th quarter sometime.
Somewhere
Yeah,
around the
Let's
fourth
give
gonna
them
make-
quarter.
generic release dates. We're like, we're
Right.
not going to change it. We'll just say
Right before the 2-minute
sometime.
warning.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Well, hey, I'll tell you what this looks like to me. It looks like it's going to make a beautifully wrapped present under the tree this year.
Yes.
What about y'all?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Secret Santa. There you go. Probably not too
All right.
Get
expensive.
down
I
there,
love-
and sniff them.
I love wrapping books as compared to like clothes.
Mhm.
You know, clothes are the bane of my existence when it comes to wrapping. So having a
The
nice
Darth
book.
Bane of your existence.
Oh, there it is. Yep. So
Tell you what's hard to wrap is action figures
Oh,
in
yeah.
their blister packaging.
Yep.
Like, man, we've got some videos, like home videos from Christmas in like 1994. Like, you get a good Power Ranger in the blister bubble packaging. Yeah, as soon as I saw those packages as a kid, I was like, "It's a Power Ranger!" Very exciting, very exciting Christmases.
I want to see those videos. That would be great.
I'll dig them up. We'll do like that'd be fun for like a holiday episode later this year. We each show up with like a home video of each of us unwrapping like a Star Warsy or a 90s
Oh yeah, that's easy.
gift from when we were children. We do like a nostalgia.
I could find
Cash
Oh,
something.
that'd be
cow
fun.
stream.
I'll have to see
Yeah.
if we have any.
I wonder if I have. Yeah. I saw. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like it. I like it.
What you're gonna have to do, Rick, is like pull out your old like 90s camcorder and like hold it up to the camera for us to see.
That would be really
Hey.
great to get like the listener feedback. Like y'all submit your like videos of when you got presents as kids. That'd be a fun like end of year montage.
Oh,
Yeah. That's right. We've got like 10 months to plan this. So
Plenty of time.
listeners, get on it. You've got some time. Send them to us and we'll throw them in a folder. And
like
we
it.
totally won't forget about them.
Definitely
You know
not.
what would make a great action figure to wrap and put under the tree? Some of these other action figures that were just announced. We've got some fun Legends figures on the horizon or are recently released. I mean, like a really good swath of them, don't you think, guys?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Looking
Some
good.
classics for sure.
So coming up on March 1st, in fact, these are currently sitting in my GameStop cart. I actually got an email from GameStop today that said, your cart looks lonely.
Oh,
Your cart
no.
misses you because I hadn't pulled the trigger.
Put your credit
We
card
got
info
a
in.
Darth Malak Black Series action figure, and I'd like to call this Buff Malak. Malak is like he's got some gains.
Not quite
don't you
like
think, Freddie?
Celebration Malik.
This is a Malak who will totally steal your girl, and
What if we just
That's
lost a
right.
listener over that comment, guys?
I mean, he was a good-looking
they
guy.
don't know what we're talking about. Freddie, the gist of the story, if anybody's listening for the first time, is basically we were waiting in line at Celebration next to a Malak cosplayer. What's the rest of it?
Yeah, so we were waiting in line to go see the Boba's Fett. And right next to us on our right-hand side, we look over, and it's Malik with, of all people, Revan's girl the whole time.
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh, he's with Bastila. That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah, he's with Bastila. So and of course, Revan is, it's like towards the end of the day, and for those of you who've gone to the convention, towards the end of the day is exhausting. And he's kind of a schleppy Revan.
It's like a 16-year-old boy.
exhausted with his mask hanging it from his hand, with Malik
Yeah.
next to him and Bastilla just making out. I'm just kidding, they weren't making out. But...
They were all over each other. And Malik, I mean, he was ripped. I mean, this dude was confident. I mean, like, and it was just such a stark dichotomy of
yeah.
Malik and Revan. So it's like we made the joke that Malik had stole Revan's girl, but you can steal Revan's girl if you want this March, because we also have a Bastila action figure. How about that for a transition? This is really cool. All right. Give me the one. This now puts us up to several of the original KOTOR crew having Black Series action figures. And I'm going to go ahead and put it out there into the universe. If anybody from Hasbro is listening, give us the rest of the crew, please, for the love of God. I need a Canderous. I need a T3M4. We got to get us some of the other ones. I don't care about Juhani. We don't need her, the cat lady. Who cares? But we now have Zalbar. We got Revan,
yeah.
Malik, Bastila. I mean, we're getting a good collection
Mhm.
of KOTOR action figures, and I just want to manifest it. Come on. How about a HK-47 for crying out
I am
loud?
gonna use-
I just want an action figure that'll call me a meatbag.
Yeah, let's
hey,
use
Rick,
ChatGPT
show it off. What you
to
got?
figure out how to make a real HK-47.
No, don't you dare. That I don't want the robots coming after me like that. All right, what you got, Rick?
Little Revan dude. I don't know if I have those lightsabers in the right hands, but I can't show you any closer because it'll be out of focus.
He's a playable character, so
Yeah.
I mean, you get to make the lightsabers what you
Loving
want.
your
Yeah,
fixed
but
focus,
there's
Rick.
there's definitely a right way to do it. So
I love how meticulous you are, Rick.
yeah, he's got dusty hood, man. I need to dust off my.
What a
He's been waiting
bird.
for Bastilla,
Your
man.
hood's
You gotta
dusty.
put Bastilla up there.
Yeah,
Revan.
what a Legends burn.
You're so filthy,
Revan's got a
Revan.
dusty
Get your
hood.
Dusty hood out of
Dusty
here.
hood. Yeah. What's the Luke Skywalker brush of the shoulder?
Dusty.
Well, I'm excited for these to come our way. They can pair very nicely with some other recently announced action figures. The big Hasbro HasLab stream that they did, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
toy. I don't know exactly what the thing was. It was a live stream, and they announced these are coming your way. And there's some that don't yet have quite as much in the production. Like those three we just talked about are coming out in March. Some others that are a little bit farther out on the horizon, but were announced, which counts, are Darth Malgus, and then a couple that I think we've got some images of, right, Rick? We got Starkiller, And this one kind of caused a bit of discourse on social media. We'll say that much. Go ahead and tell me what you think about this Star Killer. Yeah, look at that.
I'm so
I got to
mad.
meet. It's got a very, very angsty 2008 kind of look there we've got with Star Killer. I got the wonderful, beautiful chance at Star Wars Celebration to meet
Yes.
the great Sam Witwer, and he was so wonderful. And
Scared of you.
I'm gonna go ahead and no, I didn't freak him
No,
out.
that
That
was-
was his buddy
That
David
was,
Collins.
Yeah, that's right,
Yeah,
David.
I told him I was gonna take his blood or something like that. It was odd. It was I got nervous.
Moving along.
Sorry, Mr. Collins. If you're watching the show, my bad. Might be. We'll leave your blood exactly where it's at. But hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't think personally that this particular cast of Star Killer's face really does the beautiful mug of
No.
Sam Witwer justice.
No way.
I don't quite think this one gets it, but I'm gonna buy it anyway.
That's it. I like the box design though. I mean,
Expanded
universe is
Yeah.
probably a little too much there,
No
but
way
like
it isn't. That is perfect, man. Leave it.
No, I want some more. I want it even bigger.
Yeah, I
Rick.
want it to cover
Even
the whole
bigger.
card.
ah.
I would take like a sign, 18 by 24 that says expanded universe like that, and I'll hang it up in my studio.
All right, that works.
But yeah, for now, I'll just take this action figure. It looks great. I'm excited to have it.
Hey,
What else?
Skooma Joe had a comment. I think about our showing off some of these ones earlier. But during the Hasbro panel, they confirmed that both of these new figures were based on their designs and the new KOTOR remake.
Whoa.
So that's good
Uh-huh.
to know. Good to
So
know.
you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance, yeah.
Cool.
Hey, it looks like Malik's been getting his gains in the last 20 years since this is
Uh-huh.
after all the 20th anniversary of Knights of the Old Republic. So
We also have this is a good one, Revenge of Darth Vader.
Oh, nice.
Revenge of the Jedi, Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, Revenge of the Jedi, Darth Vader. Thank you.
It's always that's the deal with Darth Vader. It's
Yeah.
always the Revenge of Darth Vader. That's his whole
Yeah.
shtick. Yeah, this is fun. All right, I've got to find it around here. I've got the poster on wood. I've got a big wooden plaque of it. Freddie, tell the
Ooh.
good folks like the if they don't know
Nice.
the history of what is Revenge of the Jedi.
Oh yeah, Revenge
Who
of
is
the
Freddy?
Jedi. So
There he is.
we're going back to what year is this? This is pre the release of the movie. Back in the day, the original working title was Revenge of the Jedi, and I think it made it all the way up to movie posters, and so you might see some movie posters, very very costly ones, called Revenge of the Jedi, and George Lucas I'm not sure if it was George Lucas or somebody else, just didn't think that Jedis were very revengeful. So, hence the name changed to Return of the Jedi instead of Revenge of the Jedi. But also interesting that when we get episode 3, we do get the Revenge title back in, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it came back around, which is very fun. Kind of a callback to the fans that know what's what. All right, so this is one of my favorite gifts my wife ever got me.
Oh.
It's like we moved into a new house together. She went to Hobby Lobby, and she came home with this. And I was like,
What?
I love you.
Rick, you sounded so disappointed. What?
No, I was jealous. He sounded jealous. That's what that was. Yeah.
No
Ooh,
comment.
This looks good. I got to hang this up in here. It's been sitting in my closet for the last year. Hey, I think that this Revenge of the Jedi Darth Vader is going to go as a perfect companion piece to Prom Darth Vader.
Oh
That
yeah.
was recently released. The white armored Darth Vader
Oh, yeah.
from
Yeah.
Infinities.
Yes. Red, white, and black.
The original concept, right? Was Vader in white or was he black? I don't recall.
This one was the redeemed Vader.
Redeemed.
This is Vader.
Oh, that's right.
This is like the living redemption
Yeah, okay.
alternate story. Looking like he's about to roll up to prom in a Hummer limousine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
He
not
looks
sure I
like a
that one.
paint your own. Like you would need to like pick
Yeah,
up
don't
like
tell
a
my-
tiny
don't tell that
little
to my
paintbrush
kids.
and just-
Don't-
Yeah, he's about to be Rainbow Darth Vader if you tell that to my girls. They love a good paint your own figurine. Bless their friggin' hearts. All right. And then one more action figure here.
Yeah, there's one more. I think this comes from a very interesting show, a very good. Oh yeah, there he goes. Fixa. Recently released. So how many does that make?
This is from the Republic Commando game and then the books as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, I meant to look this up before the show, but I think that we will have all 4 members of Omega Squad, right?
I think
Or is
so.
it Delta Squad? I can
Is
never
it?
freaking keep them
No.
straight.
Hold
Ah!
on, Skooma Joe in the chat might have the answer.
All right, somebody will. Somebody. Is it Delta Squad or Omega Squad? And what do I have to do to keep these straight?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I probably have to reread the series.
According
that's
to
why.
Skooma Joe, by the way, in the chat, the White Vader is from Infinities, the Star Wars stories where things are flipped around and the what ifs of Star Wars are explored. Good, very good series to get into if you just want some light reading, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. And we covered them on a previous episode of Legends Look Back. So
Yeah.
go back in time.
Good fun.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was episode 36. I have no idea,
Wow.
but that's what I'm guessing.
It's very specific.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Now I gotta look it up.
37's my favorite number, so maybe you're close.
And along the lines of the Legends news, we've moved on from the merch and the releases, and we got a bit of a celebratory note and a bit of a like a Viking funeral situation here. I want to give a shout out to our friends over out in the wide world of the internet and the Legends fandom, because one of our goals with Legends Look Back is to be the most positive community to celebrate the expanded universe on the internet. There are a lot of dark, seedy underbellies, hives of scum and villainy, if you will, in the world of Star Wars fandom, especially for some reason when it comes to Legends fandom. And so we want to be a positive place, despite what I said about that Sam Witwer action figure. Anyway, we do try to strive to be as positive as possible. And I think another great site that has been doing that very well for the last 10 years is 1138.
Yeah.
And so it's a blog site where lots of different fans can contribute pieces, and they have just kept me supplied with a steady stream of Legends think pieces for the last 10 years. They are this year going to retire the site, and they really were trying to cover like the Disney acquisition and to set a tone for Disney era fandom that was conversant in the Legends expanded universe without necessarily being mired in it, and just a spectacular group of people over there. I want to give a huge shout out and a thank you for 10 great years.
Yeah, seriously.
Emily, why don't you go ahead and close us out with our celebratory note here?
Yeah,
Go ahead, Freddie. What you had to say?
We've got a pretty. I was gonna say 1138. Just before we go, I've spent a good amount of time on there just checking it out, and it's been fun. And to any of you, if you guys are listening, thank you for all the fun this past 10 years, and hopefully we see you guys in a different format some other way.
Absolutely. Emily, close us out here in our news segment before we get into the game.
Our news segment?
We've got one last one.
No,
a big
close
one.
out the news segment with the last story. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm totally lost.
We are.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
congratulating-
Never mind.
I'll give you a
Never mind.
hint.
No, I got it. I got it. I've been really
People are
trying to stay on
highlighting.
track
They're
with
putting
the show
exclamation
notes.
points. People are like putting little star post-it notes here. Go ahead, Emily.
Yeah, no. So a big congratulations to our flagship show, The Living Force, on 200 episodes. Y'all,
Yes.
if you have not checked it out yet, which I would be really shocked if you hadn't, go check it out. What did they do? Was it Rage Against the Machine? Was that this week's episode? Or was that the last one?
Well, no, that was 199. Yeah.
Okay.
200.
That was one that was
don't remember
advertised
what
as
it was
I was
called.
coming up live. But anyway, they've got just so much great content and such a fun group. So congratulations, guys. You worked really,
Yeah.
really hard, and it shows. We are so thankful and grateful for what you do.
Absolutely. Except for, is Emily grateful? Because we kind of had to twist her arm to get that one out of her.
Listen, y'all, I stayed awake and focused while y'all were talking about your toys for this whole time. And I feel like that
Talking
deserves
about our
some credit.
toys. Yeah.
That was the one time when I was like, okay, it's fine. I can probably, zone out. I don't know. It's been a long day. I apologize.
Welcome back, Emily. Rick, wake us up with a game. Before we close out the episode, we've got something very fun.
Oh, I'm excited for this. Here we go.
Rick's
All right,
very
so how's
fun
it going to
game.
work? Yeah, we're going to play a game. So the way this works, we're going to be using this magic pixelation machine that is going to show you a cover of a Legends book. And some of these are tricky, and some of these may not exactly be Legends books, but you're gonna have to guess.
Oh no, what does that even
and
mean?
you'll see.
All
You're
right.
gonna have to guess
Ready to
the
lose.
cover, and we'll keep score somehow. Not me, somebody else keep score, but it's gonna be great. Here's the first one. Are you ready?
Skooma Joe, take score.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So our audio listeners, if you're out there, we'll do our best to describe what we're seeing. But to be honest,
Alright,
you're
there's
pretty
red
Red
much
dots. I see some red
All
squares.
right,
Red
that's what you get.
pixels.
I'm
There's,
gonna
some
start giving
gray.
you more pixels.
now I see. It looks
Still
like
a bunch of red.
Tetris. Looks like a lot of Tetris going on.
Nobody.
Nope.
You
Use
said
your
it-
imagination.
It might be a Legends cover.
Mall?
It might not be.
It's probably a Legends
mall
cover.
mall lockdown.
Nope.
Dang it!
Oh, Rogue
what
What
Squadron.
happens if I guess
Rogue
wrong?
Squadron.
Do I get to
Look
keep guessing?
at
That was
you.
that was
Hey,
Emily.
yeah.
That was
Got it.
Emily.
See? I'm
That
awake,
was-
y'all. I'm here.
That was
Good job.
great.
Here are the
Nice.
books.
I thought we were going with some
That's
classic
right.
stuff, but you know what? I love this ELC stuff
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Okay,
I know, I
yeah,
stuck in
Flex
some
your Legends
ELCs.
muscles one more time, Freddie.
All right, how
So
about
the-
this
I've got-
one?
I can help.
You should know by now, right?
Truce of Bakura.
Now's a bad
Oh.
time to say that I'm colorblind, isn't it?
Good
Yeah,
guess,
there you
but
go.
not Trusa Bakura.
Okay.
We've got some
Kenobi.
oranges and some browns, some yellows, a lot of yellows. Okay,
Is
it
an
could be
ELC
Kenobi.
cover?
It's not an
Oh,
ELC.
Paradise Snare. Paradise Snare.
Nice.
There
Yes!
it is.
Yeah, the
Good
barn
job.
is
Yes.
gorgeous. It's all blue.
Great job.
Nice. All right, here we go. Changing our color palette.
Oh, green.
Greens, I see a bunch
Krytos trap. No. There's yellow.
That was a good guess. Green. Corin Horn's favorite color.
Is that
this-
the banner?
Wedges.
That's the banner at the top. Yeah,
Gamble.
green and.
Yellow
is this?
and green.
Oh, the Dark Nest, the Bug Books, the Joiner King.
Joiner King.
There it
good job.
is.
Cute.
The bug
Well
books. Yep.
Ooh,
Yep.
get those bugs off the screen,
See.
Rick. Come
All
on,
right.
please get. I don't want to
All
look at me
right.
anymore.
Next one. Next one.
Oh, we've got some more colors this time. Still a pretty neutral palette. I'm seeing a neutral palette in a lot of these Star Wars books.
Keep
Get-
talking, Freddie.
we
What
get-
else you see?
We got blue and
I
orange.
see some blues now.
Teresa
coming
Bakura.
through.
Some
Teresa
brown.
Bakura, are we doing that? Is there a handshake?
Is it?
Yeah, handshake.
Is it really?
Are you
Yes, it
sure
is.
this is
Teresa
Bakura?
Yes.
100%.
Are you
said
sure?
that.
Hey, Freddie, do you want to put some money on this?
I don't know, maybe. This is
Are we a
definitely.
betting show?
Wait,
hold on,
okay.
Hold on.
Somebody
I'm reaching through one of them.
Somebody rewind the tape. Who got it first, Freddie
I
or
did.
Emily?
Hold on. You don't know that this
Emily's
is
been guessing
Truce
Truce
Bakura.
the past 2 times, so
Are you sure
mean-
this is Truce
One of the
Bakura?
times it was right, and then y'all had the pair to do it.
That was Emily. I'm
Rick
pretty
is
sure
trying
Emily
to pull
got it.
something over. Rick is messing with us. What you got, Rick?
Anybody want to guess what this book is?
Rick, what are you talking about right now? This is
The glove of Darth Vader? I mean, what are we supposed to say?
What?
The source book.
Okay.
Truce Bakura
Get
source
Clearly
book.
the source book.
Get out.
Clearly
You
the
live on my
source
side,
book.
all right? Thank you. Thank you, Scuba
So,
Joe.
Punked.
nobody
Absolutely
got that
punked.
one.
Nobody got that one.
All right.
I'm
How
gonna,
about
I'm gonna give points to both Freddie and Emily on that one.
That's lame. I won.
That was all Emily.
Was it?
Thank you.
Okay.
Ooh, we've got some darkness now.
Please
Dark
give
black
it to me where I
colors.
can get it.
Yeah, Emily's up.
What?
We've got some blue, some red, some white, yellow. I'm thinking a
This is
Clone
like
Wars book
primary.
A Star Wars at the
could be
top.
Clone Wars Wild Space, could be Clone Wars No Prisoners. Oh, the Lando trilogy.
Boom.
there it
Very
is.
good.
No,
This is Rick
Jared,
once
the
again.
Lando Calrissian trilogy.
This is Rick once again trying to tell me that this only qualifies as one book.
You heard it here, folks. It only qualifies as one book. You know.
I don't know that I should get to count that as
So
a
wait,
point
does
for
that mean
myself
Rick
because
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think-
That's right. I did.
I don't know that I'm going to give myself points for that because I didn't recognize it until it was almost entirely pixelated on the
That's
screen.
fair. All right. So speaking of how Jared lost the competition, this next book is in honor of that.
Oh, come on.
Anybody want to take a
It's
guess?
a Star Trek book.
Ruins.
What?
Is it?
It's that Star Trek book we're gonna
It's
read.
yes,
The Enterprise
it's
War.
Yeah, there it is.
is. There's
Wait, did Jared get a
Jared's book
point for
he's gonna
that?
Read next. No.
Well, Emily said a Star Trek book. I got the title right, so we both
All
get a
right.
point.
All right. All right. I'll go back to Star Wars and
Mm.
keep it friendly.
Mhm.
All right. How about this one?
No,
One
you
thing's
should-
for sure is Freddie's getting skunked.
Oh yeah, I'm colorblind, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Freddie's like, aren't you the art aficionado out of all of us?
Yeah, but when it comes to little pixels, I don't know what's going on.
A lot of black.
We've got some greens, right? Some blues.
some teals?
Some teals. Dark
Yeah.
blue
This
colors.
is a dark one.
I like the teal and brown
that Plagueis?
aesthetic.
I was gonna say.
Wow, from level 3, he called it.
Whoa, Freddie! As soon
Look
as I
at that.
start talking
Look
trash,
at the transition we still had to go. And he called it from way back here. He was
Well
like, that's
done.
Plagueis.
Number one
So-
canon book of all time.
all right, you get some.
Yeah.
That's right, the number one canon book of all time. Freddie gets a point for that. As soon as I started talking trash, Freddie comes from behind.
All right, how about this one?
Kenobi.
Not
We got
Kenobi.
orange, we got yellow.
No, but you're just trying to flex at this point.
I'm
What?
gonna do
Jedi.
the Emily and just call Kenobi. I'm gonna call it next one.
Yes,
Jared got that one. I Jedi,
that
also
level
from
3?
level 4. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I'm
man,
pretty sure
I-
call truce at level 3.
See, once you get right there, like level 1, you can pretty much tell what they are, right?
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's do.
All right, I've got 4. Here's our totals here. Anybody keeping score at home? I don't know how many are left in the competition here, Rick, but so far I'm in the lead with 4. Emily is close behind with 3. Freddie has 1, and I could be wrong. I may have messed up along the way, but those are my totals at the moment.
I think I have 6 left. If you want to do them all.
Let's do them.
All right.
Absolutely. I'm having fun. Y'all having fun?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about our listeners at home? How are you doing? Let us know what your score is on Twitter or in the Discord. Did you beat all of us?
Probably.
Or just Freddie?
I'm gonna change up our colors a little bit. How you thinking about this one? Anybody?
Red and
I have no idea what any of these
It
colors
doesn't
are.
look very Kenobi-ish, but a lot of these colors just
You're just-
change
They're not.
after a point.
They do kind of change.
Revan.
Ooh,
Wow.
yeah, that was a good call.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
good.
Revan, all right.
Look at that, man. You got that
Mm.
from.
Okay.
You sniped
I'm
that.
little
That's a
bit
3-pointer.
mad at you right now, but it's okay.
Emily, remember when a couple weeks ago you said to me and Freddie, you said, what kind of things did you have to clear out of your brain in order to make room for this kind of stuff? So
Yeah.
Let's
my
think of
answer
what
is
you've
math.
lost.
Yeah.
Freddie's answer
Right.
was emotions.
That's right.
That's right. So
What was
so I'm
yours?
winning, but
Things we do.
Are you winning?
math. Yeah, I'm terrible at math.
Are you
All right.
winning?
How about this one?
Oh,
No
We
guesses?
got red. We got gray,
that's
black,
yours.
maroon, brown. I'm thinking New Jedi Order
No.
Book 2.
Heir to the-
Oh,
no,
Red
that's Heir to
Harvest.
the- Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Beautiful.
Red Harvest.
Beautiful. Yep.
Have I ever
All
told
right.
y'all about when I was listening to the audiobook for that, running through
Yes.
the cemetery in
Oh,
the snow?
yeah.
Oh, man, it still freaks me out to this day. Looking
That's-
over my
that's-
shoulder for zombie tomtons.
Definitely not something you should ever do. All right, this one is might be harder.
That's
Not
something, right?
Kenobi.
No.
We got orange, we got yellow,
Giving some Tatooine
Maroon.
vibes, some
purple.
Brownie
looking like
yellow?
Kenobi
Wow.
vibes, but I'm not sure.
Ooh, that's a good guess, Emily.
Thank you.
Good guess, good guess. A lot of orange. Man, what could have orange and
I mean,
green like that?
That's why I mean Kenobi is like the only one I can think of with orange.
Oh, Young Jedi
Is
Knights.
it Young Jedi Knights?
Heir to the Force, book
Oh
1.
yeah, that's definitely not. Yeah, that's a
No, it's not book 1.
Close.
Young.
It's not
Jedi
book 1.
Knights.
It's Young Jedi
Yeah,
Knights. Darkest Night.
Darkest Night. Hey, but way to get the series, man. That
That's
was a hard
right.
one.
You could see
That
the
was
the
a hard
title
one for
right in the
sure.
top.
Currently reading
it's
that
very
series.
it's a unique title. So I knew it was one of the
Yeah.
either Young Jedi Knights or
Uh-huh.
something else I hadn't read yet. So
Man,
You guys
I
are
don't
so good
know
at this.
if there's anything on any cover of any Legends book that I love as much as that shot right
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
of Loey with his crimson lightsaber with the sun, the orange sun behind
Yeah.
him above
Mm.
the trees. It's so
what
cool.
is that ship?
It is a cool one.
Is it a
Uh,
Oh, that might be the lightning rod. Like they're the ship that all the hooligans like to fly around in. They're all throughout the series.
Hooligans, you
Not sure.
say?
Let us know if anybody knows.
yeah. Anybody know this one?
Uh,
You should get it from there.
No,
I should get it
Heir to
from
the
here?
Empire.
And Emily got it.
nice. Good
Yeah.
job,
Let's
Emily.
go.
Good job, Emily.
That was-
That was the new
9.
There were 9 squares on the entire screen.
cover.
Half of them are blue.
It's that light
It's
blue.
that-
That's
yeah.
the Thrawn
I'm a
blue
that
for
for
Thrawn
sure.
sure.
girl.
That's for
Through
sure.
and through.
All right,
Yep.
I just Even though I've got the lead, I think Emily wins the entire competition for
That
that.
was a good one.
That was long distance. That was like half court.
It was
you
like one
know.
blue tile. For those audio listeners, it was like a blue tile. Emily got it
That's
right
all you
there.
need. That's all you need.
The funny thing is she called it Heir to the Jedi
I
first.
did.
Yeah.
I was heir to the
Shout out to the
something.
noodles.
For shame.
Wait.
And to clarify, it was the 2016 cover
Yes.
of Heir
yes.
to the Empire.
All right, new one here. Any guesses?
Man, I want to win so bad. I'm so freaking competitive. Come on. This is hard, though. I'm colorblind. Come on. The Reds and the Legends banner. It's a Legends book.
Legends banner for sure.
So close. So close.
Epic collection book or a regular book? What do you think?
I want y'all to
Jared?
camp out there for a second. You can get it from here.
Is it Kenobi? It's Kenobi. Is it Kenobi? What? It's like, oh,
Darth
Darth-
Bane, Path of
Yeah.
Destruction.
Yeah.
Darth Bane.
Dang it, we were close, man.
You were
I was
so
right
close,
there.
So close. All right, I think I have one left, and it's a hard one.
Duh.
Maybe two. I think I got two left.
Well, there's
Yeah.
no way to slice it where I don't win at this point. So bring it on.
Do it.
Even though I already declared Emily the victor.
Second to last.
Got some oranges,
There's
some other
green.
colors.
There's a Legends banner already, so I might be unfamiliar.
Legends banner.
That helps. That helps. Really helps a lot.
Looks like is this an Epic Legends collection? No, maybe.
That's a trick question.
Oh, it's the Back to
Yeah,
War,
Back
the
to War.
original.
The
cover
original.
of the Back to
Yeah.
War.
Okay.
It's a beautiful.
Because it
cover.
does have an Essential Legends collection, but this is not the cover
Terrible
for
at this
it,
game.
so-
I couldn't tell till we were only like one or two steps
Yeah.
away on that one.
All right, last one.
This is fun, especially since I'm good at it.
Yeah.
Me
I
not
really
so
needed
much.
to win
I need
today.
to
It's been a
win
rough.
this week.
It's been a rough week. I needed a dub.
Dub, get that dub while you can.
We got it. We got a purple right in the middle that's really throwing me off
Yeah,
here.
Purple's strange.
Depa.
Okay.
Depa's face.
Oh, the shatter point.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Mm.
Keep thinking about that purple.
This is invincible. That's
Purple.
Jaina Solo's
Oh,
lightsaber.
yeah. Good job.
What's up?
dude.
Whoa. Okay.
It was that
I
purple.
think you
It was
won
that
fair and square.
purple. It was that
Corey
purple.
Helton's first Star Wars
Yeah.
book.
Well
Even
done.
though
Legacy
it
of
wasn't
the
the
Force.
first book in the series.
No, the last
Good
book
job,
of
guys.
a
That was
9-book
fun.
series. After decades of Legends storytelling, this was Doctor and CEO Corey Helton's very first Star Wars book. That book
Yeah.
right there is the birth of Utini,
Yeah.
and this is the end of our episode.
That was a lot of
Next,
fun.
next roundtable. Yeah, thank you, Rick, for running the game. Next time, somebody else have to run it so that you can play. I think I might have to run it because let's face it, like there's no way y'all can beat me.
All right. So that's been the show, and we're gonna just
Jared is no longer part of the Legends Lookback crew. Just kidding.
Sometime you have to ask my wife about the last time she played Settlers of Catan with me.
Oh,
Oh,
dude, that
man.
game is savage.
And it was the time that I won and flipped the table in excitement.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And that was about 10 years ago.
Nice.
She said
Nice.
that I was a quote unquote sore loser, as
Oh,
if
man.
that can be a thing.
Yikes.
So, very excited to have had the chance to go through all of the news, including the new omnibuy that are coming out later this year, such as the Tales of the Jedi omnibus collecting the Dawn of the Jedi and Tales of the Jedi comics, which we're going to be covering on this upcoming season of Legends Look Back. We are taking a bit of a different approach than we've ever done over the next few months here on the show. We're going to be doing a focused approach on a specific time period of Legends books, all in a specific era. We're going to do Legends way back. Legends look way back. You see what I'm saying? We're going to go as far back as you can possibly go in the Legends timeline. We're going to tackle the oldest of Old Republic books. We're going to do Dawn of the Jedi, the books and the comics, the Tales of the Jedi comics. We're going to do all the good stuff from that time period. So if you were looking to follow along and read along with us here on the show, you got your reading list. You got your homework, folks. We're going to do Dawn of the Jedi Into the Void, the Dawn of the Jedi comics, and we'll do Lost Tribe of the Sith. And what's the other one? I already said it. Yeah, you get the picture.
Yeah.
The old school stuff. This is not in the notes at this point. So, hey, we're going to close it out. Thank you all for hanging out with us. And get your reading. Can't wait to find out what you think of let's be honest, one of the wildest Star Wars stories ever written with Dawn of the Jedi. It's like everything is just turned slightly askew. Whew, it's fun. And this has been fun as well. Thank you for joining us for Legends Look Back. Thanks to our incredible patrons for your support. A special thank you to our Jedi High Council, Brian Dooley, Earl Q, and Carl Sander, the Alliance High Command as well, Ashley Ingalls, Elizabeth Cloutier, and Sally and Chris Eilerson. Remember to sub to the channel and leave us a review in your podcast platform of choice. And if you would like your thoughts read on the show, our contact information can be found in the description. We're also on Twitter at Legends Lookback. If you're looking to buy some of these books, such as these massive 1,300-page omnibuy that we've talked about in this episode, and you want to help support Utini, go on over to utini.com, click the Amazon link in the profile, and of course, after you've read the book, you can leave us a review and let us know what you think. Remember to keep the Utini fan code and be a force for positivity in the fandom. May the Force be with you.
This is a Utini broadcast.